Hey, Mark Lambert here at the Sweet Swan of Mine Distributing World Headquarters. We're here today cooking for our Hope Baptist Church Wednesday night meal, and they wanted barbecue. So they called me and we're cooking some butts on here. I think we did 16 pork butts on here overnight. We did them overnight. We do them on the Ole Hickory DW because we can cook on one level. We can put 16, I think we can actually probably get 18 butts on one rack on this. And we turn them real slow. What I mean by that is we turned the dial to where we kept it just above 200 degrees. We wanted them done in time for service tonight, which was at 5 o'clock. We want them done really by 3 o'clock. And they're gonna come in a couple hours ahead of that, give them time to rest, put them in a Cambro, and pull them when we get to church. But we run them really slow, so we didn't have to be here really early to take them off. We didn't have to worry about them being overcooked. We knew when we got here they're gonna be 160 degrees this morning, and they were. What that does is that low, slow rendering process, as soon as we get here and turn the temp up, they hit temperature really quick. When we throw an extra stick of wood on there, it gets a beautiful color and a wonderful flavor. The aroma out here is just amazing. And if you guys know me, you know I don't like to eat barbecue. I'm kind of just never been my thing. I'm not burnt out. Just never really been a huge fan of pulled pork. We opened this pit here a little while ago and we started snacking on some of the bark on top of it. And I'll show you the one that we're gonna eat. It was amazing. We had to make a sandwich today. I want to show y'all what these look like. We're into probably right now about 16 hours, super slow on here. And then the temperatures, I'll show you when we open it up. They're right now going to be hitting anywhere from 180 to 100, probably 175 to 190 degrees, depending on the size of the butt. And you can see we're running up here close to 300 degrees. We're about 285 right now. We're just finishing them off, getting a beautiful bark on them. And they're gonna get finished, rest, and have plenty of time. Everybody's gonna love them tonight at church. So check these out. These have a beautiful color. Low and slow. It took 2 sticks of hickory, and our hickory that we sell on our website is just 1 3/4 inch square, 22 inches long, center cut, no bark hickory. It's the perfect wood to run in this old hickory. So that's what gives us our beautiful color, beautiful flavor. And as you can tell, you'll see what some of our temps are running. As I said, we're right there pushing mid 170s, getting ready to come out of the stall. There's a 185 here in the back corner. There's a 182, and then a smaller one here. It's running on up, well, even the small, because it's up front, it's 168, but they're super soft at this temp because of how long they've cooked. Low and slow will yield you more meat, more weight of usable meat. Hot and fast will lose a little bit more moisture and won't run quite as much moisture and not quite as much yield in the weight. So this is the way you want to run them for a barbecue restaurant, so you get more usable meat per pound of uncooked meat. So that's what they look like. Run really low and really slow. You can cook them faster, but you know, it's all up to your timeline. If you decide how long you want them to cook to fit your timeline, you can cook them hotter and faster. You can wrap them and get them done quicker, or you can let them really run real low and slow, old school pit style, and that's what you get. Come on over here and I'll show you. We're going to build a sandwich out of some of this. I'm going to get a glove out. And I really don't eat a lot of barbecue, but today is a little different day. This meat is incredible. We're just going to take this and build us a sandwich. And we've just put a little bit of our sweet and spicy vinegar on the top, and you can tell we worked this one over pretty good. But the bark is the best part. Even this caramelized fat on top, I want that in it. Some of this meat, that caramelized fat, I want that in my sandwich. This meat right here on the end, they call the money muscle in the competition world. That's what I'm looking for. So look at that beautiful meat. It's hot, hot, hot. But that is rendered down, super tender pork. And these little tubes in here. I'm just gonna kind of pull this in the pan, y'all. And it's super hot, and I don't have hot heat gloves on, probably I should. But we pick it off the pit and it burns our hands, and it's the best meat we've ever had. So maybe if it burns my hands, there's something to that. It's super good. So I'm just gonna pull this a little rough pull. We're gonna have a rough pull sandwich. And it's just gonna mix in with some of that caramelized fat. And that caramelized fat is, man, whether it's on pork or brisket, it doesn't really matter. It's just good. And that little bit right there was not off the butt. It had fallen off. So I'm gonna get a little of this off the top of the blade bone. That's got lots of bark, look at that. Super tender on the inside, lots of crunchy bark on the outside. And we're just gonna pull that little bit and do a rough pull because it's hot. So I'm gonna make sure I get a little of that sauce on the bottom of this pan on it, not a lot. I don't want it just drenched in sauce. I want some of that caramelized fat. I'm gonna tear it up so I get a little bit in every piece. So let's just take this. We're gonna lay this in here on this sandwich. I'm gonna get this one in here on this sandwich. This is gonna be a meat heavy sandwich. It doesn't need a whole lot of anything else. We're not slaw people unless it's homemade slaw. This was kind of impromptu. We never plan on eating barbecue. Didn't plan on it today. We don't eat a lot of barbecue, but guess what? Today is a different day. This pork is awesome. And you see, I'm having to really handle it lightly because it's got lots of heat. So we're gonna take this. Now I'm gonna take a little more of this because I've used most of my pan juice already. Make sure it gets a light coat of that spicy vinegar on there. And we're gonna hit this last one. My buddy just showed up. So we're gonna hit that sandwich right there. Some of that pork. And there we have Lambo style buttered toast pulled pork sandwich. I don't ever eat it, but man, today, some reason it's extra special good, and we're gonna eat it. So, get you an Ole Hickory pit. This is the conglomeration of rubs that we put on here, stuff that we haven't been using. We just kind of mixed together in this bag, and it's just what was left, and some half-used bottles. With this spicy vinegar sauce on some fatty pork butt, it's the ticket. Y'all come to Sweet Swan of Mine Distributing, check us out. Cook you a pork butt, make you an old school sandwich the way it's supposed to be done. Pulled, rough like that, you're gonna love it.